Welcome to Marquita's inaugural video series. We're starting out with fava beans. I'm Jonathan. I write the recipes for the newsletter that comes out every Tuesday. And we are looking at 3 pounds of fresh fava beans, picked yesterday or this morning perhaps. And they are beautiful. Look, 3 pounds, not very much, right? And once we shell them and peel them, they'll be even less. But here's a big pod. Let's get a beautiful pod, a more beautiful pod. And when we shell them, we're just going to pop open the pod however you like. Some people tear it, some people rip it. I go for speed, so I break and squeeze, break and squeeze, break and squeeze, okay? But once you get the bean out, now you have, some people will actually eat the whole bean like this. I myself prefer just the inside part. So this is the peeling part of favas. And you get the inside bean, which is really sweet and delicious. This outer layer is a little bit on the bitter side. Won't hurt you, a little extra fiber, but it's a little bitter for me, so I like to take it off. It's not very fun to take it off the way I just took it off. It's better to take this whole bean and drop it in boiling water, blanch it for a minute or so, and then the inside bean will just squeeze right out, which we'll show you in just a few minutes. But when you do get your fava beans, what we all recommend is to get everybody in your family, or all your kids, or your neighbor's kids, or anybody who happens to be unpaid labor in your area to do this for you, because it can be quite time consuming, as you can tell. Especially those of you who are buying favas bulk. When you buy 10 pounds of fava beans, that bag is about this big, so you'd have to do that much more. It's delicious and really nice that favas are really only around one time a year. Makes them that much more special. But it's a lot of labor. Worth it, worth it, worth it. Okay, so we're just going to keep going. These are all beautiful. If they pop out, no problem. Just toss them back. They know they're headed for the boiler, so they want to run off the table. There goes another one. This is a very non-traditional way of doing it, but that's just me. So moments later, because we were both shelling, we have 4 cups of fava beans. And you can see just shy of the 4-cup mark. If you pack it up, you can get 4 cups out of it. And there's the empty pods. You can compost those, give them to your animals, throw them away, whatever you like to do. Now, when you have the pods, or the beans, take them over and blanch them in salted water. Make sure your water is rapidly boiling. Nice big pot. Dump them in. Water should come back to boil pretty quickly after that.
Next to the stove.
Grab a couple napkins. Okay, really, and this only takes a minute or so. You can start to see the greens start showing up right in the pods. Okay, we're going to call that done. That's how fast it takes. And then you just go strain it out. And because we're at home and not at the French Laundry, we're just going to cool them down under cold running water.
Filming with dirty dishes and all. We're real here.
That's right. If you're in a restaurant, you're going to drop these in an ice bath. A big bowl of ice water to stop the cooking immediately. And you can do that at home too. But, like I said, until my family pays me the same money that French Laundry customers pay, they're going to get their favas rinsed under cold water. And that'll stop the cooking pretty quickly. They're still a little bit warm. And then we'll go to the peeling. So, back after the blanching, now you just peel them, and they'll just slip right out of the skins. And you can see they're nice and bright green and tender and ready to go. Buttery and delicious. Just squeeze them out, pop right out. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take the bean, and I just split it a little bit with my finger to pop a hole in it and then squeeze right through that slit, and it pops right out. Let's do that again. So grab a side, use one finger to split it, and then squeeze, and it pops right out. You could alternatively just squeeze, and it'll still pop right out. But when you do that way, you risk smushing the bean inside, which is probably fine, especially if you're going to puree them or mash them, stick them in ravioli or agnolotti, or just make a little spread out of them. But if you want to keep the peas whole, definitely give a little prick to the skin, and then they slip right out, because there's a lot of moisture inside. Whoa! Don't let that one get away. And here we are, finished with our peeling. We started with just shy of 4 cups, and we're just shy of 2 cups of actual beans ready to eat. Now you can just eat these right as they are. They're delicious, they're buttery, they're soft. In fact, here, I'll show you, it's so good. In fact, my son loves these just the way they are. But you can really dress them up by sauteing them up in a little olive oil, a little butter, hit of salt, and an herb. That simple. That's really, they're so good. Actually, I'm going to have another one. Sorry, Julia. They're really, really good. Worth all the effort. And in fact, when 2 people are doing it, it's not really that much effort.
Thank you.